On a beautiful Thursday afternoon live video. I'm excited to say that my son had his first scrimmage football game tonight or this afternoon and did very well. I'm proud of him. He looked really fast on the football field, made a couple of nice tackles, missed a couple, so there were some mistakes, but by and large, I'm very proud of him. You could tell he was in wonderful shape. And so all of the football training camps that we worked on this year seem to have paid off. I'm going to walk over. Now, guys, I'm going to tell you right now, there's going to be a lot of you need to put your fingers in your ears and hold on a bit, because there's a sweet, settle down, you're on a video. There's a 1-year-old who just cannot wait to hear me sing the Muffin Man song. And it has been a special request for a couple of days that this 1-year-old on its first birthday, I don't know if it's a he or a she, on their first birthday would like to hear the Muffin Man song sang to Roman and Rita. So with no further ado, here is Roman and Rita, and here comes the Muffin Man. Well, do you love the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? And do you love the Muffin Man who works at the jail ranch? Oh, Roman loves the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man. And Rita loves the Muffin Man who works at the jail ranch. Oh, do you love the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man, the Muffin Man? Oh, do you love the Muffin Man who works at the jail ranch? That's all. Who works at the jail ranch. All right, there we go. And that is the Muffin Man song, dedicated to the little fella or the little lady. I don't know if it's a boy or a girl who's having their first birthday party, and they had a special request to hear the Muffin Man song sang to Roman and to Rita. I hope that sweet lady, I've also forgotten her name, I hope that they're able to watch. And if they do jump on later and you guys see them later, could you please let them know to rewind the video? And I did it right here at the beginning, okay? I don't have my glasses on, or I could try to remind them myself. So, now the problem is, and this is not a problem, this is actually one of the saddest things ever. Poor Jim would like a muffin. Yeah, Jim is walking over to get herself a muffin. But as you can see, Rita's not really in the mood to share. And that's a shame. In case you're wondering why my pickup truck is parked where it's at, I'm on quite the mission. I need to wait until our little bulls come up. Rita, please leave her alone. I'm trying to wait until our little fellas come up. And I'm going to be moving Lord Grayson and Prince Willie Joe. I need to get them out of this pasture and move them over to the gladiator pasture with our gladiators. But right now they're all hanging out together there with all the bulls, having a little male bonding, and that's wonderful. But I do need to get those little fellows moved out of this big pasture and moved over to the smaller one, where I can get them into the lot and into my squeeze chute. And we'll talk a whole lot more about that on tomorrow's video. Alrighty? So in case you're wondering why my pickup truck is sitting here, I'm trying to block the driveway. I want to block the driveway so as when the bulls do come out and I herd them, hopefully just walk them from this gate here to that gate over there, they won't have any inkling to take off, run down the driveway. We would not want that. We don't think that gate at the driveway is tall enough to stop anybody. If they get pinned into a corner, they'll just jump right over it. It stops traffic. It's nice and heavy duty piece of iron that stops traffic flow up and down the driveway, but it's not going to stop an animal necessarily from jumping right over it. It's only about 3 foot off the ground. Here is Nikki Bella. For those who've been asking about her, she's come out, hang out with Dad. She loves living here at the JL Ranch. She runs this place, really. She has a wonderful spot where she sleeps inside the RV, yet not inside the RV. You see, the RV, we're blessed to have us a nice basement on that thing, and she has her very own system of getting in and out of the basement. And believe it or not, it's really nice and cool in there. And I bet you that during the winter, it'll be nice and warm. So we love it because she keeps the rodents out. We've not seen any mice in a while, ever since we brought the cats. And that's why we brought them. Now, we also have 2 black cats that run around here. You've seen them, Chester and Barnville. I don't know where they're at right now. I don't see them, but I can almost promise you they are inside the basement now, just hanging out and doing whatever cats do. Now, the biggest news of the day is that Charlene, you heard me right, Charlene is in labor. Yes, you heard me correct. Charlene is in labor. And we're going to all jump on the side-by-side now and drive down. In case you're wondering about those 3, I've already fed them. They've already had their food. I've already filled their waters. Okay, so they're sitting there because they're just bored and they're hoping for more of these delicious muffins. You've already had plenty. The only one who didn't get any was poor Gemma. I feel bad for her. I was hoping to get those little bulls up here closer and you all could help me move them tonight. But if it doesn't happen on this live video, then I promise you I'll grab it on an actual recorded video that we can all watch together maybe tomorrow as a premiere. Alrighty? Let's go have a peek at Charlene. Now remember, folks, labor with cows is very similar to labor with you. Some of you guys pass your babies along nice and quick, and just in no time it's over. And there's others who spend 24 hours working on it. So Charlene is absolutely in labor. I've been watching her for the last couple of hours. I've sent some video to Jamie, who thinks that Charlene will in fact have that calf tonight. Look at that little munchkin right there, though. Look at that little munchkin right there. Hey, little munchkin, where you going? Hanging out with your mama? We don't have to drive far to see Charlene. She's just right over here. But we will drive over and offer muffins to all of our babies. As promised, I did bring the muffins tonight. We were blessed to have received those in the mail. Thank you so very much to the kind sender of the muffins. And I brought them over today with every intention of passing those out to our wonderful cows. Now, Charlene, who's right here, is not going to accept a muffin from me anyway. Charlene doesn't take muffins from the hand. Lots of our babies will, but Charlene has never been like that, so she's not going to. So let me drive over and we're going to stay at a distance, guys. We're not going to get all up in Charlene's beeswax. We're not going to harass her and annoy her the same way you would not like someone, you know, when you're trying to have yourself a private moment. You need your privacy. And so we're going to stay at a distance. And then we can stop right here because Charlene is just actually allowing us. She's like, if you want to watch, here you go. Now's your chance. There you go. Tails up. So tail up. Bag is full. Teats full. And Charlene is walking around with her tail straight up in the air. Poor baby. Now, let's not forget that Charlene's baby daddy, if you don't mind me using that expression, is Waylon. And we know that Waylon does produce some pretty good-sized babies. So we're going to keep a close eye on Charlene. And just remember that Charlene is a whole lot bigger framed cow than what is Danny. So we had problems with Danny. Does that train have to do that right now? Guys, I'm going to put you on mute for a moment. You're going to be on mute. All right, I do believe the engines have passed, and now you just hear the rumble of the train going through. I know that there are people saying the train noises don't bother them, but I don't want to have the beauty of the afternoon ruined by those train whistles. I don't mind the rumble. The cows are very familiar with it, but they can sure be loud. And the thing is, I don't know why, because there's not a railroad crossing. Shouldn't trains only blow their whistle near railroad crossings? And they blow their whistle through here every time they come by, yet there's no railroad crossings. So, I mean, there's only one crossing that goes into a guy's property. And I did not or would not have thought they would blow the whistle at the guy's property, but maybe they do. But wouldn't that mean they're blowing their whistle all over the darn place? I don't know how it works. I know nothing about trains. Okay, let's drive on over and visit with everybody else. Funny that Jamie's video that came out today, which was recorded just yesterday, and we talked about Charlene being very close to having that calf. Now, I'm not sure you can see from where you're at, but Duke of Dalscone is running circles around the other cows, and his mom doesn't even care. His mom is completely content to let him be a bull, and he's out just running circles around everybody, and he's very loved and accepted amongst all of his aunts. All of his aunts love him so much. And I joke that he's the most protected baby. This is like his own secret service, guys. This is like his own secret service. And no one's going to get too close to that little fella without all these moms coming. They're going to come running. And you don't want to mess with a bunch of mama longhorns. Some soon-to-be moms, and some are very experienced moms. Hi, Danny. Well, I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Yes, I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. 'Cause you get sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. Oh, what love between my Danny and I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Hi, Dolly. Well, I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Yes, I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. 'cause you get sweeter and sweeter as the days go by. Oh, what love between my Danny and I keep falling in love with you over and over and over and over again. Come on, Santana. There you go. Baby, you done had yours. Go on. Go on. You done had yours. Go on. Just go on. This is Charlene here in front of me. Hey, Marilyn. Hello, beautiful. Such a good girl. Pearl. What you thinking, Pearl? Can I offer you a muffin tonight? Could I offer you a muffin, sweetie? Thank you, Pearl. Jolene, 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 I'm begging you, please don't take my man. There you go. Jolene, 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 I'm begging you, please don't take my man. Jolene, I want to offer a snack to these other babies. And Jenny Lane, come on over here, sweetie. Jolene, if you'd walk away, I could get closer to Jenny Lane. Jolene, don't stick me. Don't come. All right, now go on over there. Now I want you to go away so I can feed Jenny. I want to feed one to Jenny Lane right there, sweetie. I need Jolene to move so I can try to get one to Jenny Lane over here. But I don't think that Jolene's going to leave voluntarily. So I'm going to try to lead her around this side of the side-by-side. And then I'll sneak over the back side, around the back. Come on around. Come on. Come on. It's right here. Baby, just come get it. Oh my goodness gracious. Hey girls. Jolene, don't back up. Cows don't like to back up, so I don't think that she'll back up into us. Here, Jenny. Hurry up. Darn it. Hi, Calamity. Did it. Did it, guys. We did it. Don't you break anything over there, okay? Don't you break anything, and do not put it in gear. I do not want you to put it in gear and drive off. Amber Rose, come over here. Come on, Amber. Come here, Amber, hurry. There we go. All right. Well, that's a win. That was good. That was real good. You've had enough, baby. You've had enough. We're going to back out of here now, okay? You've had enough. We're going to back out of here now, okay? All right. That's everybody except for Gracie and Charlene. And I doubt that Gracie might accept one. I don't think she will. I don't want to run her off. So we'll just ease over here real slow and see if she may come up and get one. The noise that you hear is Jolene pushing me in the back. Gracie, you want a muffin, sweetie? Here. For any of you regulators who are sitting in the back, watch your eyes. You don't want Jolene getting a hold of you. Hello there, little man. Hi, Duke of Dalscone. Look at you, so handsome. Golly gee, Ruby, stop it. I'm trying to video Duke of Dalscone. Stop it before you hurt somebody. Gosh darn it. Dang it, do y'all mind? God, did you all not hear that? As I'm driving by, they're throwing their horns at me. Okay. Well, that was a nice little drive about. We had a chance to feed the gladiators, and most of our moms had a chance to peek at Charlene, who will be having that baby probably overnight. Not to worry, I'll keep a very close eye on her. I wish she were a little bit more gentle. We've also had a chance to sing that Muffin Man song to that little 1-year-old. The only thing we've not done is had a chance to peek at our bulls. And I will take you guys back up front. I've already done my chores, so don't ask about the chores. I've already done all the chores, which is pretty much just watering everybody and then feeding the horses. I've already done all of those things. Thank you all for being a part of that little adventure right there with me. I do think the cows are far enough down the lane that we might be able to drive out and visit with the bulls. I think that they're pretty far down there, so I don't think we're going to have any issues. Here, sweetie, get it and run. Get it and run. Now run. Run like the wind, sweetie. Run like the wind, baby. Because you know Rita. You know how Rita can be. Yeah, I sure would have liked to have had them little bulls over here close to the gate and tried to move them. There's the black shadow under my tractor. Black shadow. There's the black shadow. I don't know where that came from. I'm not going to close that gate back because I'll be able to drive out of here and close it before they can ever walk up this far. Hey, Chucky Poo. Hey, Chuck Meister. Hey, big guy. Hello, you handsome devil, you. Sheesh. I have to make sure Chuck does not run towards that gate. He might try. Hey, little fellas. Won't you guys walk up to the gate? I left it open for you. Why don't you guys walk up towards the gate and sneak out? You can sneak all the way over to the gladiator pasture. That's where I want them. That's where I want them. That's where I need them. How about you follow me up? Oh, you can take one at a time, okay? One at a time, sir. One at a time. One at a time. Don't break everything, Waylon. Waylon, you don't got to start breaking everything. Lord Grayson, come get a snack. Waylon. All right, guys, I'm going to go Titanic style. Let's just go in Titanic style. Hey, Waylon. Waylon, look. Waylon, look up here. Look. You want a muffin? You want the muffin or not? Oh, gosh. You scared me, Prince. There's Lord Grayson. Here, Lord. Here, Lord, hurry. Lord Grayson, hurry up. Don't act like a baby. There. Okay, Waylon. I'm sure that's real attractive, Waylon. That's real attractive. Waylon, you want another muffin or not? Waylon, do you want one more muffin? You're going to tear something up if you're not careful, Waylon. Waylon, I don't know what you're doing, but you're going to tear something up if you're not careful. Don't puncture no tires. Hey, Waylon, look. Waylon. Waylon, don't break my fenders off. Waylon, don't you puncture. All right, I'm just going to go ahead and drive on out of here. I'm just going to drive on out of here because this boy's going to end up tearing something up. Waylon, you're going to tear something up. You're going to scratch. You're scratching everything. I'm leaving. Look out, Prince. Waylon. Waylon, you're going to break something. I'm leaving, okay? Fine, I'm leaving. Gosh. I don't get much quality time with the bulls. And Waylon is the reason for that. It's not Tex, it's Waylon. It's not Chucky Poo. It's Waylon. He's always trying to exert his dominance. Hey, Chucksters. Oh, Chuckylicious. Don't run up here like that. Just walk up. Just ease over here, okay? Just ease over here. It'd be a lot nicer if you just like ease up and around. God. Hey, have y'all ever noticed something about Chuck? Listen, I love him. But I'm going to say this, and I don't want you to start judging, okay? I'm just going to circle around one more time. Have you guys ever noticed that Chuck always wears soiled diapers? Golly gee, I'm just playing with you. It was a joke. It was a joke. I was just joking. He always wears a soiled diapers, okay? Always. He does not have the scours. He doesn't have poopy pants. Oh boy, I gotta go. But he always wears, he's the kind of guy that does not change his undies. Okay, ladies? He does not change out his undies. And I'm sorry I had to make that observation, and it was obvious that it hurt his feelings. And all I know, and I hope this is not true, that usually our children and their habits are taught or learned. So, to my good friend Jeff, who is a friend to us all. Jeff, who is a friend to us all. Where in the world did that bull learn that it's okay not to change his undies? Jeff? Jeff, I'm playing, okay? I'm playing, y'all. I'm playing. Chuck did not like that. He did not like me making that observation. He's like, you know what? That was one time, and now I can't get them clean. That was one time, and now I can't get them clean. And I do believe that every one of us, man or woman, might have had that one time, and we just can't get them clean, okay? So let's not all make fun of Chucky. I will tell you what, the name Chucky Poo is never going to go away if he don't want to clean up his act. Now, if you're sitting here, and I have no idea, because I'm not wearing my glasses, meaning I can't see a darn thing. Well, I mean, I can see over there. There's the cat. Here's the other cat. So both the cats are out enjoying the afternoon. Looky there. Hey, Black Shadow. Hi, Black Shadow. So both the cats are out enjoying the afternoon. What I was going to say is, I don't know what I was going to say. I have no idea what I was going to say. Really, I have no idea. But, hey, would y'all like to come inside for a bit? Is there anybody who would like to come inside just for a bit? Maybe we come in and have a nice Pepsi Zero, or I could offer you a Sprite, or there's always a Propel water bottle, flavored water. Darn it, the little bulls are coming, but Waylon's coming with them, and I cannot deal with Waylon. I cannot deal with Waylon. I need to move these bulls, but I cannot deal with Waylon or Chuck. Not old Poopy Pants, not after he's all been riled up. Let me just walk over and see. Let me just walk over and see if the little guys might keep coming, and I can somehow deter Waylon. That would be perfect if I could do that. But, oh, I was going to say, yeah, don't everyone run up and start screaming that Chuck is sick. He's not sick. He's stained, okay? He's not sick. His underwear are just stained. Can't believe how offended some people get. Come on, little guys. Suck. Come on. Look, Tex is over at the Oasis. Tex is over at the Oasis. Come on, boys. Not Waylon. Nope. Look, Waylon's coming. We don't want Waylon. We want the little guys. Waylon, we don't want you. We want the little guys. Darn it. Well, this is not good because you can't shoo Waylon off. He ain't going to leave. Waylon, I want the little fellas over here. Come on, Prince. Come on, Lord. See, they're staying with their dad. They're staying behind their dad. Hi. I don't know how I'm going to do this. What I may have to do is wait until Waylon goes inside of the barn and then close him in. Because both little bulls think this is the coolest thing ever to hang out with Dad. This open gate is for Lord Grayson and Prince Willie Joe only. I'll walk away. Come on, boys. So in case you're wondering why I'm trying to move Prince Willie Joe and Lord Grayson, just know that they're going to be making a move here pretty soon. And my loading chute is over there. So this is the only pasture that I have to move cows out of to get them to my loading chute and my squeeze chute. And so I have to do a couple of things with them before they can be moved. And I'm trying to get them to, oh, they're going to stop and have a bite to eat at the feed buggy. Gosh darn it. Well, darn it. Hmm. Um. Well, guys, I don't know what to tell you, except that Tex is going down into the oasis. I know it gets blurry when I zoom in. Sorry about that. It's the lighting and the time of day. All right, well, that ain't gonna work. Thank you all for at least trying. You at least tried to help me. You at least tried to help me. And that means a lot to me. All right, don't worry, I'll figure this all out. I'm gonna be here for a bit with this Charlene. And so when the live first started, I sang the Muffin Man song to the sweet 1-year-old who's been asking for it as a birthday surprise. I hope that that child can go back. And if this kid is as smart as a lot of kids, once the kids can learn to use a device faster than adults can. You do know that. Guys, I'm going to tell you a crazy story. One that you're not going to believe. But I'm going to tell you. And I'm not doing this. I'm not telling you the story to embarrass anybody. But I'm just telling you the story to sort of illustrate how smart kids are this day and age. And listen, my story is going to be about my 13-year-old, but their story's just as smart. You all have probably seen these little bitty, little kids get on devices, and they can turn them on, and they can navigate and find their favorite channels and do all the things. And these are little kids. All right, so the funny story I was going to tell you, it involves my 13-year-old. You guys give me a moment to put you into my tripod. Hey, hi to hello. Nice to see you all. Thank you all for joining me. I'm not trying to put you right into my face, but I'm going to get you close enough where I can see you and you can see me. Hi to hello. So, well, first of all, let me give props to my son. Tonight was his first scrimmage game. Now, a scrimmage game in football, in middle school football, is always against your same team. So they just put your offense against your defense, and they play 10 plays or whatever, and then they'll switch out their A team with their B team, and then they'll let those guys go 10 plays. Then they'll put in their 7th graders. So all the coaches are involved, and it's just really giving the boys a chance to actually pop somebody and do what they do. So Lex had I will say, a decent outing. Started off very strong. Let's start off with a really nice tackle that ended up causing a fumble. Lex plays on defense. He starts on defense. And boy, I'm thinking, boy, this kid's going to be on fire. He ended up missing a couple of tackles later in the game, some that we'll have to work on. And then he had a couple of what they call arm tackles, which we teach our athletes not to try to grab them with your arms. But you know what? They're young, and we'll continue to work on that. So, but no, Lex did make his football squad's A team, so he is an A teamer. So I'm proud of him for that. Let me get a quick swig of this, if you don't mind. My throat is dry. I'm about to start coughing. Ah, thank you, and cheers to you all. So I want to tell you about how smart these kids are. About a week ago, something went weird with my computers and my phone. You guys may have noticed that the name on my I'm a Survivor actually changed to Lester Morrow. People begin to email us about it immediately. So I didn't know what had happened. I was panicked that I had somehow been hacked, because you guys do know that if these hackers get a hold of your password or your email and stuff, then they can end up doing horrible things. And I'm thinking, oh my God, someone changed the name on my I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, which has been a channel for 7 or 8 years. Someone changed the name to Lester Morrow. And I was out on the tractor and I panicked. I messaged Jamie and she goes, yeah, she's gotten a few emails as well. She's going to look into it. Jamie's a lot smarter on the computer than I am. Well, guess what? Come to find out, my 13-year-old, who he and I share a family plan on my phone. We have a family plan. And I don't know how to restrict things. I'm sorry, I have a dry cough and I don't know why. So here's the problem. I say problem. The schools here in Texas, I'm not sure if it's a nationwide thing or a Texas law, but this year they passed a law to where students cannot use their cell phones. They cannot have their cell phones at school. If a teacher sees a cell phone, they will take it away. Parents have to go by and pretty much pay to get that phone back. So with having no cell phones at school, yet these kids are so addicted to using those cell phones, it didn't take long for someone to discover an app that could be downloaded to their Chromebook, which kids are allowed to have a Chromebook. They're actually assigned a Chromebook. So these kids were all taking their Chromebooks and somehow getting that app, and then that app was going into their phone, and that was allowing these kids sitting in class who looked like they were on their Chromebooks. Instead, they were messaging and doing all the things that kids do on their phones. So by Lex giving that Chromebook access to his phone, of course, is linked into my phone. And so it was a mess. And so all of that was discovered. And I'm really proud that Lex was honest about it, and he didn't realize what he was doing. And I said, son, this is my business. I says, you know, you're blessed that you have a cell phone, and I'm happy to be able to help you have a cell phone. I says, but you cannot mess with something that's going to maybe cost me my business, because that would be horrible to completely lose an entire channel over some kind of something silly like that. So what I did was I went and I changed all of my passwords, and I even made it to where Lex has to have parent approval before he can download any app to his phone. Not trying to teach him a lesson necessarily, but just making him realize that as long as he and I share a phone plan, then he has to know that it all has to go through me, because I run my business through my phone. So I will say that when I was a teacher, phones were a problem, and I would use the phones to my advantage though. What I would do is tell my students, listen, if you come in and you get right on task, I mean, you don't come in with all this BS and you don't bring all this drama. You come into my classroom, you're here on time, we get my lesson started. I says, we get covered all the things that I have to get covered. I says, once we finish with our task or our lesson for that day, if we have 3 or 4 or 5 minutes, I will guarantee you that I'll allow you guys to use your technology. I says, what you're not going to do is video people fighting. You're not going to video and take pictures of things in the classroom. But if you just want to check your messages and see what's going on social media, or check in with your parents or whatever, I will give you a couple of minutes at the end of class. And guys, you don't know how much classroom management and behavior, good behavior, I had because my kids knew, and they would police each other. If they saw someone getting off task and having to make me stop the lesson or stop whatever we were doing and have to address it, these other kids, you had 35 kids in those classrooms, and you had 34 kids just eyeballing and glaring at that one kid. So these kids learned real fast that you come to Mr. Marr's classroom and you get started and you get everything taken care of, and then by all means at the end of class, I will allow them to pull out those phones right quick and, do what they want to do. I says, but you're not going to be over here videoing each other fighting, and you're not going to be taking a bunch of selfies and getting me in trouble. Don't be posting in Mr. Marr's class on my phone, deuces, or what. We're not doing all that kind of stuff. And so I had no problems, and I did that for the last couple of years of teaching. So it made it where it worked out for me. But like I said, I had to use that phone to my advantage. And they would come right in, they would get right to work, and man, we would finish class sometimes, listen to this, sometimes we would finish class so fast that I was trying to waste time so as not to give them too much time on their phones. There's a great debate back and forth over whether phone use is appropriate or not. Listen, in today's world, I want my son to be able to have his phone in his pocket and ready to call me or text me or call his mom in a moment's notice if something goes awry. Now, you all can say that, well, we all grew up with no phones and we survived just fine. And I'll say, yes, we did. But we also grew up with guys coming to school with their shotguns in the back window of their truck. And no one was shooting anybody up, neither. So remember, the times have changed, guys. Times have changed. And so, whereas when we were young and what we could do and what we could get by with, people were different. You didn't have all the same cuckoos that you have running around now. But do you guys remember that? Now, it depends on what city you live in or what state maybe. But in the back of every truck, there was a gun rack. In the back, I'm not making this up. In the back seat, if there was a back seat, if there was only a single cab, then in your single cab, right there on your back windshield, there was a double gun rack. And there was always a shotgun and a rifle. Every kid in my school had both of their guns right there. And they could pull over. Guys, you had your guns in your truck. Y'all don't believe me, do you? Okay, if you don't believe me, it's a rifle rack in the back windshield of a truck. Some people don't believe me. You can go to Google and find pictures. I'm going to go to my computer. And I can't do it on my phone. Just give me a moment. I just want to show y'all that I'm not making this stuff up. Okay. So I'm just going to go to Google. And I'm going to type in gun rack in back windshield. Is it called a windshield? Gun rack in back windshield. Okay, I'm going to click that and go to images. Okay, so look here. Guys, I'm not making this up. This was a very common thing. This is the back windshield of a truck. Look at that old truck. It has a hatchet. That dude has a shotgun and a hatchet, okay? That's what they look like right there. And every pickup truck owner had one of those. And we didn't drive around shooting anybody up. As a matter of fact, nobody. Oh my gosh, look at here. Look at this. Come on, stop being so worried. That's what I'm talking about. Okay, Lex ask to get the app Chat GPT for free from the App Store. So let me accept this right quick, guys. Give me a moment to accept. Yes, I understand. Yes, that's a good app, and and I'm just going to approve it. So that's what I'm talking about. Oh, I have to sign in to approve it. Okay, give me a moment to sign in. Don't peek. I'm so sorry. Give me a moment. He might be doing homework. He might have to write a report, and chat's going to do it for him. I just changed that password. Remembered it. I remembered it. Okay. I just changed that password, and I thought I was going to forget it, but I remember it. Okay. So, yeah, so as far as the kids having phones at school, I kind of think that I'd rather them have a phone. I wish they would not be using them unless they were allowed to. But no, all those trucks out in the parking lot, guys, had all their rifles sitting there. No one broke into their trucks and stole their rifles. They would do that too. Can you imagine how many guns would be on the streets in some of our cities if they saw your gun in the back windshield? Oh boy. Yeah. Well, no, that's how smart these kids are, though. They're able to find ways around the phone by downloading certain apps onto their Chromebook that would allow them to have access to their phone without even having their phone. Yeah, nobody locked their doors back in those days either. I will say that as far as the Chat GPT, if you guys don't know, there's a lot of people now who have jumped off of the gun issue, and now they're talking about the dangers of Chat GPT. So just like the internet, I'm going to teach you something that you don't know. I'm going to teach you something that you probably don't know. And I'm sorry if you get tired of hearing me teach. But there are 3 levels of internet. Now, most of us only use the surface level. There's an actual name for it, but I forgot what it's called. It's just the surface level. It's where you can shop, where you can do this, pages that you follow. And I will say that in the entire internet, the surface level is only about that deep. But a Chat GPT is a surface level app. Anybody can use it. Just like anybody can go to Amazon and anyone can go to most. Guys, it's just a surface level teaching tool that you can go to if you want to go Google how to do something, if you want to go YouTube how to do something, or you can even go to Chat GPT to ask how to do things. Now, so what most of us do stays on the surface level of the internet. But now you go to that next level. The next level, and I kind of forgot the name of it, but it's a very secure level. That's the level that you need security clearances to use, like a password. For example, if you belong to a certain site, like your bank, for example, you have to get into your bank using an encrypted password. So that level is a whole lot bigger. It includes everything in banking, everything that requires a password. You're able to access it, but it requires more technology and more safer. It requires safety measures to get to it. Now, the part of the internet that you and I are familiar with would be those 2 levels. Someone knows it. Okay, so surface web, thank you so much for helping me. Pamela says it's called surface web, and then that's the deep web. Now, what you might not know, and I hope that you never have to discover this, is there's also something called the dark web. And that is the part that's way, way at the bottom. That's like a cave underneath the ocean. So you picture the surface being where we swim, and then you have the deep net being all of the encrypted sites where everything needs to be encrypted, password, secured, banks, whatnot. But then there's a cave. There's like a dark hole at the bottom of the ocean. And it's dark in that hole, y'all. And you don't know how to get there. Most of us would never find our way even how to get there. But in that place is where all of the horrible and the horrific things of the internet live. And you don't want to ever find yourself there. That's just a horrible, horrible place. And that's where illegal activities happen. And if you say, well, how come the police don't monitor that better? Well, that's the hard part about it. The dark web requires server after server after server after server to get into these places. And people discover these sites. And so if I enter, for example, a site to something in the dark web, it doesn't go straight from my phone to that site. It goes to an overseas server. And then from that server, some bounces off to some other server. And so it becomes so hidden of where, it's like a rabbit hole, guys. And it's not good. And so the FBI do monitor, but I promise you, they don't catch everything. Yeah, you guys, a lot of people know this. There's ways to, it reroutes it to where it's hard to figure out who is sending the money, where the money's going to, what information is being shared. So it's a very scary, scary place. You ping all over the world. Yeah. How do y'all know this? How do y'all know this? I'm a teacher. I'm supposed to know stuff like this. But you are not, y'all. You're not supposed to know this kind of stuff. Judy goes, oh, goodness, I'm lost. I'm lost. I am so lost. Just, Lord, I'm lost. No, don't worry about it, everybody. Just stay in the safe place. Stay right there on the surface. And if you have to go to your banking, or if you have to have a password protected something, then by all means, you keep those passwords safe and secure. But you don't go looking for things in the deep, dark, scary places. Just stay out of those places. French girl goes, this is not my first rodeo, Lester. Well, this is not my first rodeo, Lester. Anywho, hey, listen, I'm going to go ahead and let you guys go. It's gotten dark on me. I am not leaving for the night, but I have had you on here for an hour. I want to thank you so very much for an hour with me. And I'm going to keep an eye on Charlene. I give you my word. I will keep an eye on her. I am going to make sure that if she needs anything, then I'm going to be there to do whatever I can, okay? And then I'll catch you guys back here, same place, the JL Ranch, in the morning. Of course, we'll be on the other channel, the I'm a Survivor channel, the one that was called Lester Morrow channel just for a few brief hours last week. But I got it back to I'm a Survivor Sanctuary, not to worry. And I'll see you guys in the morning for the coffee club, okay? All right. Well, thank you so very much for watching. We're so blessed to have you. You make life funner and gooder. And I'm hoping that you all can be here in the morning, and let's hope that we'll drive out and have us a beautiful little calf. If it's a female, of course, you'll be naming her. If it's a bull, then I will. And I've got some names, but I'll have to kind of think about it a little bit and figure it all out from there. So thank you all for watching. We love you so much. Say your prayers for Charlene that all goes well with her. That would be wonderful, okay? Thank you all for watching, and we'll see you guys in the morning. Mwah! Chef kisses, my friends.